Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is Nehru. We are going to go ahead and get into another full investigation reading here in regards to the energy in the air. I continue to enjoy my time here in Da Nang, Vietnam. I woke up at 6 something, or got up at 6 something, but it is currently 7:25. Also, already a couple of synchronicities dealing with sevens, okay, or 16s, 1661. Okay, so we have currently there are 161 subscribers and 61 videos posted before this one. This one makes 162. Okay, so there's something about 61 today, or sevens. Again, could be a life path 7. We'll take a look at that here in a moment to help you out. Again, this channel was created for investigators, police officers, and those in the legal field, judges, attorneys. It was created for them to help them with their cases, to help you with your cases, and also to help you be more consciously aware. Okay, so to help you raise your vibration so that you can see what is not shown. Okay. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. I do have a couple of new public subscribers to give shout outs to. So Jen, okay, thank you so much. Welcome in. Thank you for subscribing. And Simba, welcome in. Again, I only say part of the name because there are stalkers and doppelgangers out there. So thank you so much again for tuning in. Thank you so much for your likes, for your shares. I've been eager to get into a full reading for you investigators anyway. Recent esoteric journeys and travels last night or this morning, however it goes. I spent some time with a being, a gentleman, a male being, and he told me in the dream, he said, all that matters is the moment. Okay. He said, all that matters is the moment. He said, he's balding, white-haired, balding guy. Okay. Of European persuasion, I suppose, if that's important to you. So all that matters is the moment, the here and now. Also, I want to bring a correction to something. I was saying on the last full reading, which I think was before I left Malaysia, might have been after, I don't recall. But whenever the last full reading was, not the one on the beach, not the 30-minute reading, but the last hour and 30-minute reading, I was mentioning the number 11 was significant, okay? And I mentioned a supposed daughter who turned 29, and a brother James who was both born on 10/6/96. Investigators, both born on the same day. A daughter of mine and a supposed brother. Again, I don't claim them to be siblings today because their father is not the father of me and blah, blah, blah. And neither is their mother. So, right. But their birthdays are actually 10/6. I don't know. It dawned on me afterwards when I was listening to it. I was like, their birthdays are 10/6, not 10/4. Okay. But 10/4, okay. The names Gina, Marie, GMW, any of that could resonate. Okay. The name Walbert. Okay. Or a name that starts with an L. Okay. With those initials, WLMGML, however that goes, investigators. Okay. They were born on 10/4. Okay. 10/4. All right. So Alexis and James were born on 10/6, same year, exact same everything, 10 except location. Okay, although both were born in Florida. And for all I know, they could have been born at the same hospital. For all I know, maybe the mother of the. So I'm mentioning this. So the mother of James, her name is Denise. Okay, she could have had James in Florida at Altamont Springs Hospital. I'm pretty certain that's where Alexis' mother, whose name is Melinda, gave birth to her. Okay, so Denise, Melinda, Florida. Yeah. Okay. So yes, so 161 subscribers and 61 videos currently posted on the channel. Also, as a reminder, I did post a video link in the community tab for the polygamous warlock who is serving 40 to 60 years currently that I helped put away in 2014 as a witness for the prosecution. Um, Denise was also a part of that witness team for the prosecution. Whether or not she actually would have testified against him, I do not know, because he ultimately ended up taking a plea deal. But if you want to hear more about his story and my journey with him as a child, growing up, having dreams and visions about fighting him and all that sort of thing, and how that's manifested in the natural, okay, and how that fight has now come to an end in the spirit, okay, and victory is ours. Okay? Victory is ours. All right? Anything else, divine? So all that matters is here and now. Also, that reminds me of a song by Joe Cocker. Okay? Um, um, Love lift us up where we belong. Love lift us up where we belong. Okay? Up where the eagles fly on the mountain high. Okay. But part of the song is, let me look at the lyrics. Lyrics, love lift us up where we belong, Joe Cocker. Haven't heard the song in a minute, but that's one of the songs. So, collective, okay. Also, there's something about offers coming in. So, I got some offer on LinkedIn from someone, which is not of interest to me. And it was to be a part of to support something. But also, while I was out on the motorbike the other day, actually, I was leaving a mini mart from picking up a couple of grocery items, and a lady on a motorbike, pulled up next to me, and she started to try to communicate to me something. Okay. Um, and there was a translation gap there. But eventually I found out, right? Because she was showing me money. She was showing me dong, and I'm like, what? Are, are you needing money? Like, what do you? Because I have no problem. I'll give you a couple. I'll give you some. I'll give you money. I have no problem doing that. She was like, no, 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 no. And I found out that she was actually wanting to have sex and wanted to know if I was willing to pay for sex. When I realized that, I drove off and turned down the street, and yeah. Okay. So, sexual offers. Okay. So let's take a look at this song by Jennifer Warnes. Jennifer Warnes. Again, welcome in Jen. So that's a confirmation. Jennifer. Newest subscriber, Jennifer or Jen. Okay. Jennifer Warnes and Joe Cocker. Joseph. Okay. Okay. Who knows what tomorrow brings? In a world, few hearts survive. All I know is the way I feel. When it's real, I keep it alive. Okay. I bought flowers for my ancestors. I set them outside to get some raw. Okay. But I purchased some flowers for my ancestors. Okay. In fact, I'm going to pause it and go show. All right, so here are the flowers that I got from the ancestors. Okay. All right. All right. And so when it's real, I keep it alive. Okay, so what speaks to you? Investigators, collective, what is speaking to you? That is what's real. Okay, your intuition is what's real. What you see around you in the matrix is not the real. Okay. Okay. The road is long. This is the chorus. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lift us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lift us up where we belong, far from the world below. That is the karmic area, the low world, the low vibrational places and spaces. Okay, up where the clear winds blow. Okay, that is Numa. That is the Eravat. Okay, that is the all-present one, omnipresent one. Okay. Next, some hang on to used to be. Again, the dream told me that all that matters is now. Okay, and then I said, "Yep, now." And what's ahead? That's what I shared. That's what I said in the dream. They said, "All that matters is now." I said, "Yep, right now, today, the present, and what's ahead." That's it. Okay, so hang on. Some hang on to used to be. Live their lives looking behind. I haven't heard this song in a minute, and I didn't look up the lyrics before I pressed record. Okay? All we have is here and now. All our lives out there to find. It's a journey. Okay? It's not a destination, or at least that should not be the focus. Okay? And then it goes into the chorus again. The road is long. The mountains in our there are mountains in our way. Then love lift us up where we belong. Then, okay, time goes by, no time to cry. Life's you and I alive today. Okay, so there's no more time for crying. We've done all of that. We've released all of that, collective. We've released all of that. Okay. This also should be something I should share on esoteric guidance, right? But okay, no more time for tears, no more tears to cry. Okay, life's you and I alive today. Okay, so yeah, all right. When was this song released? 1982. When was this song released? When was when was the song sang by Jennifer Warnes and Joe Cocker released? 1982. 7/22, 1982. 7/22, 1982. Those are nines right there. 7/2, 9/2. Okay. Or excuse me, did I say nines? That's interesting. That's not what I meant. But yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get into some energy. I really do feel like there's a lot more to share and say. And again, some of it should be on Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. That is the other channel. Thank you so much for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes, as always. Thank you so much, Divine, for the esoteric travels, for the dreams, for the confirmations, for the just showing who you are, just revealing who you are to me, to the collective, to the investigators. Okay, showing them that what I speak is not a fallacy. Okay, you confirm what not just myself speak, but you confirm what other oracles, empaths speak, okay, in these investigators' lives. Help them to understand and see how spirituality, okay, their own and others, can be beneficial to them in their journey and in their occupations. Divine. Okay, it is 7:41 on the 7th. Okay, 10/7. All right. Okay. So we have a Fool card and many others. Ace of Cups for some type of offer. I won't jump immediately to love. We'll see what is revealed in the cards, okay? Because again, this channel is for investigators mainly, okay? Karmic lifestyle cards. Karmic lifestyle cards. Thank you so much, Nayad. Thank you so much, Spirit of Issa, for us. Thank you so much for being with me on my journey, okay? And helping me see, discover, uncover, not just those things about myself, but those things concerning the collective as well, and how they can go about healing themselves, healing their bloodlines, yeah, leaving this place, ascending from this place better than when they were birthed into it this lifetime. That's the goal. Okay. One of the things that I definitely enjoy, and one of the things that I've enjoyed about Southeast Asia overall, but I enjoy it, I see it more so here, so I am enjoying it more so. And that is the farm animals. Like you see big cows standing in the median in the street, just grazing, just in the middle of the street, or on the side, big old, just standing on the sidewalk, chickens and roosters and all, as you can hear, and all that. I love that is closer to Gaia. I enjoy that confirmation. I enjoy being close to that. I enjoy that. Okay. And I guess that's just further confirmation that I'm not a city boy. I guess, even for the most part, I've lived in suburbs, this lifetime around. My heart is country. My heart is definitely that. Okay. And we're going to get some angel numbers. And again, as a reminder for those of you who are tuning in, the way that Divine is having me share or show the investigators how these angel numbers work is, for instance, we have 1551 here, okay? So this could be the 151st day of the year. It could be, okay? It could be something about 66, okay? As this is, okay? Could be something about 12 as this is, okay? So again, investigators, consider your cases, meditate on your cases before you leave out of the house, okay? Meditate on your cases before you head out for the day. What is the day of the year that is the 155th day of the year? June 4th, 6/4, okay? 6/4, okay? In a common year, and 7 or 6/3 in a leap year, okay? So something about June 4th or June 3rd or something about a Gemini, okay? So, and for you collective, what day of the year were you born on, okay? Were you born on the 300th day of the year, the 222nd day of the year? What day of the year were you born on? That's significant. 11/22, 12/21, okay, is significant, okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the stack and we're going to get going into the reading. Again, this will be full reading, so it'll run an hour and a half or so. Thank you so much, Divine. Please reveal names, places, dates, and any synchronicities for the investigators through what is shown here today, okay, during this energetic psychic investigation read. Thank you so much for the gifts, talents, and abilities that surround me. Thank you so much for the clairs that help me. Okay. Speak intuitively. I have been out a lot recently, okay, on the motorbike, enjoying. It's definitely better to have a motorbike than to have a car here in Vietnam. I feel like cars are, I don't know. I feel like the motorbike riders feel like cars are hindrances. That's how I feel. Okay. So again, I started out by talking about some type of offer, a couple of them, okay? One was sexual, okay? And so be aware of that, investigators, be aware of that, collective, okay? If you are celibate, single, sober, okay, in your sacral, okay, be aware of that. And even if it's a business opportunity, take a look, of course, at all of the details. You might need to get a business attorney or a tax attorney or some type of business advice. Okay, seek it. Okay, if you are guided to do so before you sign whatever it is that you're being asked to sign. Okay, or consider. I would like to start doing lives. And considering moderators. Okay, so that could be, again, something for you. And I did start a podcast, but there's some tweaking that needs to be done. I think I've posted 2 videos, 2 podcasts there, but there's some tweaking that needs to be done there with that. Okay, so time for deep energy cleansing. Okay, and we have take action. Okay, energy of any sort. Okay, if you say yes to that sacral offer, you will definitely need to do some energy cleansing work. Okay. On the other side, we have Evelyn, Erica, Elaine, Eleanor. Okay, so any one of these individuals could be getting an offer. Investigators, any one of these individuals could be you. Okay, any one of these individuals could be someone that you are speaking to or will be speaking to or you are seeking currently in for one of your investigations to speak with or what have you. Okay, someone is anxious. Okay. Cerebral palsy. Let's look that up. That's why I was pausing. Cerebral palsy.
According to Wikipedia, cerebral palsy is a group of movement disorders that appear in early childhood.
Cerebral palsy is a group of movement disorders that appear in early childhood. Signs and symptoms vary among people and over time, but include poor coordination, stiff muscles, weak muscles, and tremors. There may be problems with sensation, vision, hearing, speech. Cerebral palsy. This could be a late diagnosis for someone, or someone was diagnosed with this as a child. Okay. And healing has not come yet. Okay. And we have this Saint Germain. Okay. That ascended master. Okay. So let's take a look here. So we have anxiety out here on one side, and we have spiritual scientists. Okay. You could be a spiritual scientist, investigators. There could be a spiritual scientist that is an investigator. Collective. You could be becoming a spiritual scientist and investigating, solving whatever your own case. Okay. You could be. Okay. I consider myself an unlicensed nephrologist. Why? What I know about kidneys today in my 4.5-year journey of dialysis and transplant on 7/7/17. Unlicensed nephrologist. My advice is not medical advice. Seek a licensed professional. And I have to say that for legal reasons. But generally speaking, I would say my advice is going to be better than someone who's going to prescribe a drug to you that's man-made. My advice is going to be better than that. Divine's advice for you is better than a man who has a prescription or a woman who gives you a prescription. Okay, it is. All right. So anxiety with cerebral palsy. Okay. Someone could be diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And again, this could be a late diagnosis. Okay. Bill, Billy, William. Okay. Could be something about your bills. Bill, I love you so, I always will. That's Marilyn McCoo. Fifth Dimension is the name of that group. The Fifth Dimension. Marilyn McCoo. She married Bill. Okay, the lead singer of that group. They're still married today. Let's look up their information. Marilyn McCoo and her husband Bill. Okay. Marilyn McCoo's husband is Billy Davis Jr. Investigators. Her fellow bandmate from the Fifth Dimension. The couple, known as the first couple of pop and soul, I did not know that, so there's something about a celebrity couple, a dynamic duo. There we go, that's what I said. A dynamic duo. Okay? The first couple of pop and soul have been married for 56 years as of July of 2025 and have enjoyed a successful career as both members of Fifth Dimension and later as Grammy Award winning duo. Okay? Check them out. Okay? So let's see. Okay, and get a couple of pictures in here. Both of them still handsome, still beautiful today. This is what love will do for you. Real love. Okay? Real love. Okay? It'll keep you young. Okay? 56 years of marriage. Okay? Still handsome, still beautiful. Okay? So, yeah. All right? 56 years. July. There's another 7. Okay, we started out 161 subscribers. Okay, 161. You never, well, when talking about synchronicities, often, if the 1 is a duplicate, I don't know. You have to take it as it resonates. Okay, so a 7, a 1, a 6, 7. Okay, but we have 61 videos. That breaks down to a 7 as well. Okay, so again. Life path 7 meaning. Okay. So Bill. All right. Oh, that's on the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. And okay. So the government is willing to take you out. Truth speaker. Okay. Or were. Again, they can try to take me out, but they already see what happens. Okay. Their only choice is to come with an offer to you collective, right? As long as you continue to follow your intuition. High vibrational beings are unalived primarily, not always, primarily because at some point they drop the ball. Okay? Seven of Pentacles. So this could be where you are right now. Okay? Doing well with what you got, multiplying what you got, trying to look at investments, trying to look at, again, that LinkedIn offer was an investment type of offer. Okay. Life Path 7. Life Path 7 indicates a spiritual seeker and analytical truth seeker. I am very analytical. It takes me forever to decide what I want to eat off of a menu because I'm thinking of, like, I don't know, it just does. Characterized by a deep intellect and a love for solitude and a drive to understand the mysteries of life and the universe and oneself. Individuals with this path are introspective, enjoy deep study, and seek direct personal experience of divine, though their need for privacy can sometimes make them seem like loners and socially awkward. Okay? So, I know I resonate with a lot of that. Again, I've been in solitude up until Libra season when I arrived in here in Da Nang. I had been in solitude since late summer of 2022. Okay? So late summer of 2022 until late summer of 2025. Okay, that's how long I've been in this on this quiet journey. Okay? Oh, and we do have time for solitude. All right, so again, right? And even me with being social, I'm still back at the house by 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Even now, even still, because that's just not, I don't know, the clubbing and the partying and the, I don't know. Yeah. And while I'm here, I'll find a place with some live music and, and I'll enjoy that. But, I'm looking at me also. I'm going to be going to pay for getting a gym membership today. So again, my life is to be an expression, okay, of how we can go about things. Okay. Oprah Winfrey. Okay. So celebrity energy. Again, let's look up Stedman's information. You know he is just a fill-in. Yeah. Stedman, Oprah's boyfriend. Stedman Graham. Okay. Stedman Graham. Thinking about something that Eddie Griffith said in a comedy show. He's hilarious. So we have Oprah Winfrey, investigators, OWWO. Okay, something could be Rutro Ray. I like saying that, like Scooby Doo. All right, so Stedman Graham Jr. So we got Billy Davis Jr. Okay, so there's Junior. There's something about a junior or the second. Okay, born 3/6/51. Okay, so there's a 3, a 6, and another 6. Okay, 51 is 6. All right. In Whitesboro, Middle Township, New Jersey. Okay, so New Jersey, son of Mary Jacobs Graham and Stedman Graham Sr., one of 6 children, bachelor's degree 1974, master's 79 from Ball State, Hardin Simmons University 1974. Oh, he played college basketball. Okay. So it could be something about an athlete that's one of these, part of this dynamic duo couple, whatever that is, that Marilyn McCoo and and Billy Davis represents in the reading, in the energy. All right. So, Stedman, Graham, okay? Who knows his place in her truth being exposed? And we have judgment on Oprah, okay? And again, someone who's needing an exorcism. Oprah might need an exorcism after it's discovered that her school, along with Weinstein and all of that, was a sexual cult and sending children through there to be molested. She might need an exorcism. In the past, I was making choices in a careless or superficial way. Now I feel I have a higher duty and everything I do must have a deep meaning. It would be nice if they came around and admitted that. Okay? They being Oprah, they being whoever celebrity is, they being whoever the quote unquote common folk is, whoever that is. It would be nice if they came around and finally admitted that. Okay? We have a walking away. Okay? This could be a ghosting, or this could be you, collective, finally walking away. Investigators, this could be you finally walking away from the lie. Yeah, you lied to me before. The informant keeps standing you up. They keep putting you on stuff that's not true, investigators. Okay? Walk away from them. Leave them in jail. Don't tell them you're going to get them out this time. Don't tell them you'll get them a lesser sentence this time. Leave them in there. Mm-hmm. Tucker, Gavin, Patrick, Kyrie. Okay, so I mentioned basketball player. Okay, Stedman played with Harvey Catchings. Okay, Harvey played in the NBA. Okay, but he roomed with him also in college basketball. Okay, so Kyrie Irving, Patrick. I just got Donahue. Patrick Donahue. Gavin Gomansky. Again, investigators. Either one of those names. Okay. Tucker Gavin, Shooter Gavin, or Shooter McGavin, or whatever from why can't I think of the movie? I don't know. With Adam Sandler, Carl Weathers, the golf game. I don't know. I can't think of, or the golf movie. I don't know. I can't think of the golf movie, golfing movie. Anyway, yeah. All right. So we have those names, investigators. Okay, attempting offer. You see that? Confirmation with the horn honk. Pay attention. Okay. There's an event that someone shouldn't go to. Okay. On the Fool card. Okay, so the Fool card represents new beginnings and upright or reckless energy, okay, and taking unnecessary risk. So if you take a risk and go to this event, confirmation, Bert. Take a risk and go to this event, it could turn out negative. Again, beings are protected, collective and investigators, we are protected until we step out from underneath that protection, okay? Again, I do believe that all of the individuals that I've mentioned here had opportunity to speak up or leave, or they did, okay? And then the perpetrator still came after them, okay? And at some point, again, they did not follow their intuition. Because as long as there's a dog chasing you, divine will guide you the way that you should go in order to avoid the rabid dog. Okay? All right? Someone could use dogs to hunt. Okay? That dog will hunt. Okay? So Rachel, okay, something about an event. Rachel could be the fool that's being offered the event that's on her high vibrational path, or Rachel could be the low vibrational. Rachel Ray. Okay? That's a first name, last name, same initial. Rachel Ray. And Raymond comes out all of the time. Okay? Her voice sounds like she smokes 50 packs of cigarettes a day. Like Like, I can't listen to that for very long. That's how her voice sounds to me. Like Clint Eastwood, but why would Rachel Ray's voice sound like Clint Eastwood? It does to me, though. Okay. Okay. Rachel Dominica Ray. Okay. Rachel Dominica Ray. Dominican Republic could be something. Okay. Born 8/25/68. Investigators 57. Glen Falls, New York. Active years in Hollywood, TV, and all of that, 96 to present. Spouse is John Cusimano. Okay, married 2005. All right. Rachel Ray. Of course, she's best known as a cook, chef. Okay, Rachel Ray. Okay. Okay, Rachel Ray. So there could be something that you do not like about someone's voice, yeah. Could be someone's breath. Someone could deal with halitosis. Okay, halitosis is a oral whatever. I don't want to say disease, but it's an oral infection, oral bacteria, oral something, right? Where bad breath is a constant thing. What is halitosis? Dewan, Donald, Dana, Destiny. Dewan, Donald, Dana, Destiny. Investigators. Double D's. Okay. Derek Dombrowski. Dana Donovich. Bad breath, also known as halitosis, is a symptom in which a noticeable unpleasant breath odor is present. Unpleasant breath odor is present. It can result in anxiety amongst those affected. It is also associated with depression and symptoms of obsessive compulsive disorder. Wow. So OCD and halitosis. Interesting. The concerns of bad breath may be divided into genuine and non-genuine cases. OCD and halitosis. Interesting. So the need to control everything, or the need to have things only your way or a specific way, like you're not okay with, I don't know, something looking like this, like all uneven, right? It always has to be all very neat. And you know what that does? You know what that does? To a degree, or at a point, it starts to slow you down. Okay? So let's say, for instance, you're running, okay? You're out jogging, right? And you're starting out good. Good pace, not too fast, not too slow. Breathing's good. You're out running. And then your OCD kicks in. And you're running. And then you notice this is not that way. This is not that way. The car is parked over here. That wasn't this way. This is supposed to be that way. That's not supposed to be. And as you're running, then you get distracted and you start looking around and you start running into stuff. Okay? So at some point, those distractions, okay, on your OCD can keep you from continuing on your trajectory, your pace, your momentum. It can stop that, okay? At some point, OCD. Virgos, okay? That's Virgo energy, someone who's has to have everything a certain way all of the time, okay? And again, that's why Virgos a lot of times move very slowly. Not all of you, but many of you. Okay? On the other side of Dewan, Donald, Dana, Destiny, we have underground crime ring. Any of those names could be associated with an investigators. Each time I think we are safe, another wound of mine resurfaces, and I retreat until I feel it won't hurt anymore. This is just someone who is still unhealed. That's all this speaks to. Okay, someone who you need to cut off for permanent. Okay, and get on with your life. This person, they're not healed. They're not ready for whatever it is that Most High has for them. I don't know why I set this Rachel card up there. Right? Okay, so yeah. The name Tinsley. We have McDonald. Okay, McDonald, McDowell's. Okay, someone's name is Tinsley. Something about Tinsley. Nakadia, Nisha, Neka, Naomi. Take a look, investigators. Okay. Mecca, Hecca, High, Mecca, Heine, Ho. Somebody, Mecca, High, Mecca, Ho, Mecca, Heine, Mecca, Ho. Okay. Okay. Nisha, Nika. Okay. Spanish speaker. Could be their first language. They could have picked it up as a child, or they could have learned it in school, but they speak it fluently today. Okay. We're talking about the 10th chakra. Let's find out about your 10th chakra, investigators. Okay. What is the 10th chakra related to? Solar star or universe chakra. Right in this area. Is associated with divine connection, cosmic energy, and spiritual growth, acting as a bridge between individual and universal consciousness. Located above the head, it facilitates access to divine guidance and a sense of oneness with all existence, and is sometimes called the universal chakra. You can open up all of these. Okay. For a long time, I was counting the chakras as I was opening them. Okay. I got up to 18 or something, like 22 or something like that, and then I stopped counting. But I was opening up the chakras again, 114 in you and around you. Okay. And I was opening them up for a while. I was counting. Okay. 10th chakra. Okay. There could be something about a 10th chakra, something that you need to focus on. Focus on your 10th chakra. This could be where you are, investigators. This could be where you are, collective. Okay. 10 represents completion. 12 represents finality. Okay. There you go. After every 10, you start all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really how the numbers go. And then they're just compounded. So 2, 1, 1, 1, right? But after the 9, the 10 is the start over. It's completion. Okay? Body dysmorphia of some sort. Again, this could be spell work. So do your return to senders. Okay? This could be spell work collective. So do your return to senders. Investigators, you too could be realizing that your body's changing in some sort of way. Take a look at the initials. ZMLCQRCC. Coronary, cardiac. Okay. We got cerebral palsy out here, and that was strong energy. Timothy. Timmy. Okay. The Emperor message. In society, status is high priority to me, and I like having control over others. I follow strict rules and have high demands or expectations. This creates strife. Okay? Trying to control somebody else. If you're an employer, okay, with employees, then the better approach, okay, is to have a loose hands approach. What do I mean? Okay. So you want to be this way. Okay? So you have this in your hand, right? And you can have it in your hand, so I can't take it, right? So I can't, right? Or you can hold it lightly so that if it does want to leave, whoever want to leave, they can. But it's secure enough, okay, to where they find stability in it. Okay? But they can leave if they want to. Okay? And it slides right back in my hand. You see that? Okay? So that's what you want to do. Okay? Again, the analogy of holding the bird so tight to where you suffocate the bird, or you can hold it just right to where you enjoy the bird's touch and their energy and they enjoy yours. You're not suffocating them, okay? And yet your hand is not rejecting them, okay? All right? Again, that's for someone. Cameron, Kathy, Catherine, Wesley, okay? We looked up these names come out on a regular basis. A drug dealer, Marcus could be a drug dealer, Timothy could be a drug dealer, Cameron could be a drug dealer, Cam could be a drug dealer. Cameroon keeps coming out. Also, was it before the beach? Before the beach reading, that the previous day, I think, I watched Trading Places for the first time in many, many years. And it's very interesting if you watch a movie. Divine brought that to my attention. If you watch a movie with your journey in mind, okay? So that movie is essentially about a science experiment, right? For $1 to see if someone would adapt and see if they could alter someone to the point of complete destitution. To leave them completely destitute. I don't know if I use that word correctly, right? So yes, okay? So there could be something about that. That's essentially what Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd was about, okay? A science experiment, okay? Investigators. Cohen, Kathy Cohen. 2112, it's up to you, okay? February 22nd, okay? January 22nd, January 21st, investigators, okay? September 21st, or excuse me, I said September. September 21st, that's not what I meant. December 21st, November 22nd, okay? Okay? Return to sender, there's something about Pennsylvania, okay? Something about Pennsylvania, okay? Kidney transplant received at the University of Pitt on 7/7/17. Okay, at the VA transplant hospital there. All right, beauty spells. Okay, someone sending this, okay, or they were doing this to you, investigators. You're going to find evidence of this. Okay, again, residue in cups, glasses, containers in the garage, what have you. Okay, you can pull follicles from someone's hair. Okay, and determine what has been absorbed within their bodies. Okay, and I speak specifically to those who have been murdered. Okay, there's a reason why I say that. Okay, esoteric guidance. This is okay. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups speaks to someone who is highly intuitive. Okay, someone who is highly intuitive. Okay, they may resonate with being all four queens in the deck. Okay, they may resonate with that. Okay, all four queens in the tarot. Okay, also, I was walking the other day and I was walking before I got the motorbike. So a few days ago, when I forgot to mention it. I was walking the other day and I found a card on the ground. Okay, it was face down, but it's a playing card, and we're gonna look this up. It's the Eight of Clubs. Yeah. What is the meaning of the Eight of Clubs in tarot? Okay. Okay. So the Eight of Clubs suggests, here we go, a need for decisive action embracing change, and pursuing new opportunities with urgency. Okay, and so it was turned down. I'm looking at the card. I don't want to get up and go get it. I was looking at the card and it's turned down. It was turned down on the ground, and then I turned it up. So turn up, as I'm gonna turn up, right? So something about uncovering some or now be seeing something, something being turned over, something being revealed to you. Okay, again, that Eight of Clubs card over there. Okay, and that was on like day two, I think, when I was here, maybe. Okay. Um, Investigators. Tate. Colt. Colton. Could be Colton. Tristan. Nash. Nashville. Okay. Tate. Colton. Okay. Michelle. On the King of Swords. So Michelle could be in this King of Swords energy. Michelle could be tired of the bullshit. Okay? I don't blame you, Michelle. I don't. We all get there. If we're on our divine journey, we all get to a point to where we're just tired and fed up. Everybody. Job got to that point and he was like, just take me out, divine. Just take me out. He was like, what's the purpose of me being here? We all get to that point. Most of us at some point. Okay? That's why a reset is important. Okay? A reset is important. Investigators, Randall Cobb. Who is Randall Cobb? Oh, okay. Randall. That name came to me immediately. Alethea, Alberta, Althea, Albert. Okay. Randall LaDonald. So there's another Donald. We had McDonald. Donald. Hopefully you're not eating that. Randall LaDonald Cobb. Okay. Football player who played 13 seasons in the NFL. Born 8/22, so that's the second 8 birthday. Okay. 8/22, 1990. 35 years old. Played for New York Jets, Green Bay Packers, Houston Texans, Dallas Cowboys. Okay. College, Kentucky. Investigators, Kentucky. I got something about East Kentucky, East Lexington, Kentucky, something about that. East Kentucky, East Lexington, Kentucky. Okay, parents are Tina, Randall, Sr., and he's another junior. So there we go. There we go with the third junior. Okay, siblings are Michael. Okay. East Langford, Kentucky. Oh, okay. So it's not. It's Hartford, Kentucky. Okay. East Lansing, Kentucky. I know there's an East Lansing, Michigan. Yeah. Okay. I know there's an East Lansing, Michigan. Okay. I'm getting news about something in Kentucky or that East Lexington, Kentucky. Okay.
Flights from Da Nang to Lexington leaving the 23rd of October and coming back the 27th of October start at 39,816,000 dongs. The shortest flight is about 34 hours long. You can choose different travel dates on your screen.
I'm not looking to fly there, but okay. Thank you. All right, so East Side Lexington, Kentucky. One dead in Lexington shooting 5 days ago. Something about a 19-year-old being shot. Okay, so there's something about a teenager, okay, and a homicide, okay, investigators, okay. There's a demonic reptile that did that, no matter who they are. It could be another teenager, okay. We talked about the 11-year-old that shot the 13-year-old, or the 13-year-old that shot the 11-year-old, or okay. So King of Pentacles, okay. So this is a money manifester, okay. Someone who is physically abundant here on the earth, okay. And they are that way because they are actually in the upright. They use their intuition, okay, and their endeavors, okay. They use their guidance, okay. They say necessity is the mother of all inventions. This individual, man or woman, and this energy, they are that type of inspired inventor. Like whether they do through nonprofits, do it through IT, do it through some other means. Okay, it could be athletics. It could be a Mark Cuban. Okay, who I know he no longer owns the Dallas Mavericks, but it could be someone of that nature. Okay, someone like that. Okay, someone's moving soon. Okay, someone's moving soon. Pack your bags. My bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. Leaving on a jet plane. I know I won't be back again. Because the dream told me now is what matters. Right, and that vision told right now is all that matters. We're moving, okay? Thank you for reminding me of the simple joys of life. It is a happiness that comes from the soul, so pure, innocent, and full of truth. Talking about 19, there we go, 19, double confirmation, 19-year-old, and the 19 message tarot card. Someone's a racist, okay? Hopefully you're not moving with them and with them. Hopefully you are deleting them from your life. Investigators and collective, any racist. Any racist. It could be your parents, okay? I grew up with racist parents, okay? They're not my parents, but I grew up with racist people who raised me, okay? Judy and Kevin are racist, right? Time is on my side. Yes, it is. If you want to know if someone's racist, just listen to the way they speak, okay? I was in line and this white man asked me, why they got to be a white man? You know, I was standing in line and this black woman said, why they got to be a black woman? Why can't it just be a woman? In the news stirs it. The news stirs up that shit, okay? Systemic racism, okay? A black man killed a white man killed a black. They stir the shit. When are we gonna realize that that's what they stir the shit? So why do we keep entertaining it? Yeah, y'all did that. Yeah, the NAACP is as racist as the KKK. The NAACP is as racist as the Ku Klux Klan. Why? Because they only represent one race. That is racism. At its core, any organization that supports only one race is racist. Understand that. Understand that, investigators, as you start to investigate these cults and these clans. Understand that. Okay? Discrimination of one is discrimination of all. Okay? Same thing with the church. The Baptists think the non-denominationals are full of shit. The non-denominationals think the Methodists are full of shit. The Methodists think the Catholics are full of shit. It's all racist. That's the problem with religion. It's discriminating. That is the problem with religion. If you're not Muslim, you're not the truth. When in fact, we are spiritual beings, and spirituality is the only thing that is universal. It's not the Baptist. It's not non-denominational. It's not Jesus. That's not even their fucking name. I keep saying that all the time, and I will forever and ever. I don't want to have to pull the screen up. All you got to do is just ask. Is Jesus their real name? No, Jesus is not their real name. Just ask. You know what I'm saying? So religion is the bullshit that you and I have been fed for how many ever years you've been fed religion. Religion is the bullshit. Religion is discriminating. Okay? It is. All right? So time is on your side. Yes, it is. Okay? And we have that with cover up, makeup, Maybelline. Okay? Something about the original 13 colonies. Okay? In an investigation. Or I get Illuminati with this. Original 13 colonies with the Illuminati. Original 13 colonies and the Illuminati. Let's look up that. Let's find something out about that. Okay? The Illuminati and the original 13 colonies. How are the Illuminati associated with the original 13 colonies? More than 200 years after the original 13 colony, the Illuminati was established. Oh, confirmation we're on to something. Okay, so let me go. And again, this is a typical reading here. This is what we do here because it's, again, created to help the investigators. Okay, it was started, the Illuminati started by a Bavarian professor. Okay. Okay. So there's something about that. All right. Someone's not working late and a coven of men. Okay. Something about a used hybrid. You see that? Okay. A jalopy. Jalopy. What is the word jalopy slang for? Okay. So someone's not working late. And something about a coven of men. Investigators, you could be watching this man and find out that he's having secret rendezvous with other men in hotels. Okay. So it's a male escort type business. I'm getting male escort. Okay. Ford Escort. Somebody could have had one of those back in the day. A Ford Escort. That was the cheapest car you could buy at one point in time, I think. Next to like a Yugo or a... Yeah, Yugo. The word jalopy is slang for an old, rundown, or decrepit automobile. Okay? It is an informal term for a beat-up car that is barely functioning. Okay? So, there's something about someone who is barely functioning currently. Okay? They could be in the hospital, barely functioning. They could have cerebral palsy, barely functioning. Carotid arteries, barely functioning. Because they came against you, collective, barely functioning. Because they won't tell you the truth, investigators, barely functioning. Okay? Money, ooh, look at this. This is speaking. This is speaking. Look at this. Ace of Cups, again, for a love offer or some type of admirer or someone who's watching you. They could like your work, like what you do. If you're an artist, they could like your painting. They could listen to your music, like your music, be interested in what you say, your vibe, your energy, your book. They could be interested in anything about you. Okay? And new connections. Look at that. Look at that. Okay? So a new connection bringing in opportunity for you, collective, for sure. Okay? And again, I'm looking at Private Eye is watching, so take a look. I'm looking at it, right? Look at that. Okay? So it's Private Eye. Once they bring this news into you, free up money, okay? For you, collective, okay? You make new connections. This Private Eye is a new connection, whoever that is that comes into you, whether it's business only or otherwise, you could just meet with them. They give you the news and you all carry on your lives, okay? That's a new connection for you, okay? And that individual is being used as a truth revealer to bring some information to you, okay? So be thankful for the ones who are on their game. Thank you, investigators, once again. Okay? So someone's on their game, right? New connection coming. Okay, again, with whatever news this is, offer this is, personal, romantic, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay? Only you know your journey. Okay? Confirmation. On the coven of men and another sexual relationship, sacral relationship. I'm starting to feel more confident in my own power and in my own decisions, and I can see clearly what actions I need to take. King of Swords. Again, we had the King of Swords come out here. It's right here. It's right here. Okay? So, double confirmation on the King of Swords. Action taker, logical thinker, take action. Okay? Head over heart decision maker. Okay? Not someone who's driven by their emotions. Okay? Something about bad eating habits. Okay? All right? Yep. We see that card all the time. Chinese, dentist. I said painter. Look, on the holier than thou, I said painter. And there's a painter. Okay? So there's a painter somewhere in this world who thinks they are holier than whoever it is listening to this investigation read. They think they're holier than you. Okay? Collective investigators. This could be someone who is a painter, commercial or canvas, whatever. It's all art. Okay? Who thinks they're smarter than you. They're trying to outsmart you. Like I'm getting Timothy McVeigh. Timothy McVeigh. Timothy James Meck. There's another Meck. McDonald McVeigh. Okay? Domestic terrorist. Mastermind and perpetrated the Oklahoma City bombings in April 19th. There's another 19. Okay? April 19th. Okay, so Aries. Okay? 1995. I was in the military and I was in basic training at Fort Knox. And a couple of our cadets had to go home. They were granted leave for a couple of days to go home because of the Oklahoma City bombing. One of their names I remember specifically, his last name was Webb. W-E-B-B. Webb. I don't remember his first name. Okay. We also went to Fort Bragg together, but he went to another duty station. We also were mechanics in school together. Well, went to mechanic school together, I think. No. Did he go to mechanic school? No. He did not, I don't think. I don't know. I don't remember. But there could be something about a mechanic. There is something about a mechanic if I'm mentioning it. And something about someone in the military. And so, or was. And so, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Timothy McVeigh. Okay. Oklahoma City bomb. Again, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Okay. For some of you, it's time to embrace the dark side. That means you need to do some shadow work. Okay. I have decided I want to pursue you and nothing is going to stop me. Expect soon a lot of action from my part. Okay. Again, investigators, collective. Okay. You use your intuition as to who you should be in relationship with personally or privately, however that goes, okay? Because there are all around the world, same song. Okay? Okay, because it could be, look, because it could be a sexual only offer, okay? They're just trying to get some and leave, okay? And that is an offer right there. Generally, in the upright, that's a genuine offer. That's a good offer, okay? With that Knight of Cups. But Corey, okay? Someone could have chicken pox or marks on their face like this, okay? Blemishes, whatever on their face like that. Okay. Molds, okay? Scars, what have you. Where we have the time, 1:15. On the 888, we have, my intent from the beginning was to kill you. All right, investigators? Collective. Someone's intent from the beginning was to destroy you, like Drago and Rocky. I will destroy you. Someone could talk like I said Russian. Someone could be Russian, okay? Or Russian in. Okay. 888 cold case, and whatever that is, whatever they're saying out there, I do not speak fluent Vietnamese, but whatever they're saying out there could be pertinent to this reading. 888, something about a cold case. Their original intent was to take you out or to take someone out. Okay? Investigators, let me ask you a question. Does intent matter? Of course it does. Of course it does. Even in your case. Okay? 888, balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. Okay? It's a lot of what this speaks to. The name Tyrone is looking at me. Dallas, a grandmother. The Biden administration ordered the hit. Okay? Now is not the time to be silent. Speak up. Okay? We have an attempting offer, again, sexual offer or otherwise. Okay? Something about the current administration. This could be local administration, state administration, federal administration, something about the local administration. I said sacral protection. There it is. Federal Reserve. Let's go ahead and pull a couple of random cards. And yeah. Go ahead and be on our way. Okay. Again, love lift us up where we belong. Because all we have... Ooh, another song. Ooh. This song. This song right here. It's by Teddy Pendergrass. Oh man, I'm gonna need to go on YouTube and find it. But I've been singing it for this makes probably the third day I've been singing this song. Okay, and I shouldn't say today it's not ringing so true, or so loud, but yeah. I can't remember. Teddy Pendergrass song about working together. Oh, it's called Wake Up Everybody. They don't show it on here, but wake up everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Time to something, something, no more. That song is, the world is so brand new. The world won't get no better. Teddy Pendergrass. We have the Three of Cups over here. Okay. So the Three of Cups for manifesting. Okay. We have the Two of Swords. Okay. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Empress. Okay. So we have motherly, nurturing, creative spirit. Again, you could be a male too. Okay. They're male artists of all sorts. Okay. Okay. But a nurturing, creative spirit manifesting. Okay. All right. And there's going to be a decision to be made. Confirmation with the stomach growl. There's going to be a decision to be made. Teddy Pendergrass, Wake Up Everybody lyrics. Okay. Started out with Harold Melvin, investigators Harold, Melvin, and the blue notes. Okay. Blue chakra, blue notes. Throat chakra is blue. Okay. So coming out of a Five of Cups energy, collective. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at these lyrics. Wake up everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There is so much hatred, war and poverty. Whoa. Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe they'll listen to what you have to say, 'cause they're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. That means even going against your own religious views if you find that those things no longer serve your good. Okay? So we used to do communion every Sunday, children. We no longer do communion every Sunday. Why? Because it's religious. And we don't want you to be religious. We want you to function through your spirituality. And so if Divine says do communion on a Wednesday and it's not a Sunday, don't be a stick in the mud. Do the communion on a Wednesday. Because that's the day of the blessing for that communion. Okay? The chorus, the world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We got to change it, yeah, just you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well, 'cause they're the ones who suffer and catch all the hell. So there's something about giving someone their flowers now. Shout out to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, birthed this lifetime as Lu'al Cinder. And shout out to the frequency. Lyrical frequency of Elton John. No, I don't agree with their homosexual lifestyle. That's something they'll have to correct when they come back here again for another lifetime. But, yes. Wake up all the people, because they're the ones who suffer and catch all the hell, but they don't have so very long before their judgment day. So what you gonna make? So won't you make them happy before they pass away? Again, about giving someone their flowers while they are here. Okay, not posthumously. Okay. Wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we can do it if we all lend a hand. I feel like I need to turn these cards around here when I say that. Okay? Wake up all the builders. Builders of what? Spiritual builders, right? You could be a spiritual architect and not have an earthly architectural degree. Again, I'm an unlicensed nephrologist. Okay? To build a new land, and again, I take no anti-rejection meds today. Okay? So, in my esoteric beingness, okay, I am a better nephrologist than the actual nephrologist here on earth. Why? Because they will tell you you need anti-rejection meds for the rest of your life. I will tell you that no, you can have a kidney transplant and not take anti-rejection meds for the rest of your life and have to deal with whatever side effects those cause. Okay? So again, I'm not bragging. My life is here to be a demonstration. Okay? So the doctors might tell you you might need to take that for the rest of your life for your migraines, but in truth, you can heal yourself and be free of that. Okay? The only thing we have to do is put it in our hands. Surely things will work out. They do it every time. Okay? Put in our minds, I'm sorry. Surely things will work out. They do it every time. And things ultimately will work out. Ultimately. For divine's highest, truest good. Whether or not you'll be on that train, we'll be on that train is up to us. Okay? And then it goes into the world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We got to change it. Yeah, just you and me. Okay? All right? For, it says for what it, can't do it alone. And then he says, need some help, Yep. Okay. I'm talking about the dope pusher. Stop pushing that dope user. So again, drug dealer. Okay. You can smoke it if you want to. Okay. But he's talking about someone who's a street pharmacist. Okay. Okay. And then he says, wonder what you tell me now. Okay. False lying, false preaching. He says false preaching. Yeah. False teaching. You preachers start preaching what you teach. Teach the truth. Wake up, preachers, all liars, politicians, businessmen. He's calling out businessmen in this song. Teddy P was calling out everybody. Everybody. So wake up. Here's a wake-up call. Okay? Wake up. So let's go ahead and get some randoms. 127. Solandra, Stanley, Stagnant, Sturgis, Stanowski. Okay? Sturgis. The Sturgis, where does Sturgis happen every year? There's a motorcycle event. In the Dakotas, where's Sturgis? Sturgis cycle event. Oh, I said Michael cycle. How did I say Michael cycle? Motorcycle. Sturgis motorcycle event. Michael cycle. That's interesting. So someone's name is Michael. Michael cycle. That's very interesting. The Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is a motorcycle rally held annually in Sturgis, South Dakota. I thought it was in South Dakota. And surrounding the Black Hills region of the United States. It began in 1938 by a group of Indian motorcycle riders and was originally held for stunts and races. Sturgis, okay, South Dakota. Investigators, SD, San Diego. Okay, go stealth on them, collective, and move away. Go stealth on them and move away. I'm talking to you, DEA. Are you paying attention? Talking to you. Okay. This channel was created for you. Joseph, Josephine, Joe. We had Joe out here a couple of times, I think, already. Someone's parent was Joe, right? Someone that we looked up. Don't answer a call, something about an engagement. Okay, again, these are vastly different energies. Take what resonates. That means what easily fits. Okay? So if you get a phone call, it's from someone that you don't know. Okay? Determine whether or not you want to return their call. Okay? Anointed, engagement, don't answer the call. Okay? All right? So, intuition is needed as always, right? That should go without saying. Gabriel, Isaac, Caleb, Khaled, Anthony, collapse of lies. Okay? Any one of these individuals, collective investigators, okay, is a collapse of, as part of a collapse of lives. Gabriel, Gabby, Gabrielle, Isaac, Isaiah, Anthony, Tony, Tone. Could be something about two-tone, something two-tone car, two-tone something. A house could be two-tone, two different colors. Exterior. Okay, two-tone. Okay, collapse of lies. I've never been to a Sturgis event. I've been to a couple of motorcycle weeks in Daytona Beach, Florida. Manipulated lie detector test. Okay. Okay. Some of you detectives are dealing with a narcissist. Okay. And this narcissist hates animals. Okay. You know what I just heard? And the narcissist is a pedophile. You know what a pedophile is? I'm getting this. Again, I've never heard it. A pedophile. B-E-D-I. Pedophile. A pedophile is someone like a polygamous or a polyamorous individual, okay, in their bedroom, okay? So the meeting in their bedroom is with children, okay? Could be incest. Someone could sleep with their son or daughter, okay? Crazy ass shit like that happens. The next contestant on Here Comes Karma could be someone in Michigan, okay? This is an investigation, some of which in here, okay, is involving Michigan. And people in Michigan could have anxiety because they're the next contestant on Here Comes Karma. Okay? All right. I think that's it. All right? Divine Source. I was going to say investigators. Is there anything else? Yeah, investigators. Is there anything else? I had my coffee here. I didn't even take any more sips of it while I sat it there to enjoy. But that's how it typically is for me. Something about a math teacher and someone who's in hospitality. Okay? A cactus or cacti is significant. Someone could have bought one, planted one, have cacti in their yard. Okay? Again, shout out to our newest subscribers, Jen and Simba. Okay? Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. Simba, thank you so much for all of your interactions and confirmations in that. Be genuine, be pure. I don't have to worry about a gang stalker. My ancestors already have orders to eliminate and exterminate anybody who creates fake accounts and then attempts to intrigue me, okay, or tap into my energy. So I don't worry about those things anymore, okay? I allow my ancestors to take care of them, okay? Because it's time for me to enjoy life, because all that matters is here and now, all our lives out there to find, okay? The road is long, okay? There are mountains in our way. But fine, we'll climb a step every day. Thank you, Divine, for helping us. Because love lifts us up where we belong. Thank you so much, Investigators Collective. I send out love to you from Da Nang, Vietnam, and hope that you are on your journey. The purpose for which I am here, a light beacon, Gaia beacon, ascended master, born on the 333rd day of the year, master builder 11, or excuse me, master builder 33. So there's a master builder 11 that's present. Thank you so much. Is to help us all become our highest, purest, truest form, even through solving investigative cases such as the ones that we go into here. Thank you so much as always. My name is Nehru, and be encouraged.